Morning children. Now today we come to the next chemical reaction, and that is the reaction between silver bromide and calcium sulfide. Now we all know that these compounds here have two parts. The positive ion in the first compound is silver and the negative ion is bromide. In calcium sulfide, calcium is the positively charged ion and sulfide is the negatively charged ion. So, in this case, the positive ion of one compound will react with the negative ion of the second compound and form the product. So, silver with sulfide will give you silver sulfide, and calcium with bromide will give you calcium bromide. Is that clear to all of you? So just remember that when there are two compounds like this, the positive ion of one compound will react with the negative ion of the second compound and give you the product, and the positive ion of the second compound will react with the negative ion of the first compound to give you the second product. So silver bromide plus calcium sulfide gives silver sulfide plus calcium bromide. Now in the second step, we write the symbol, we write the valencies, cancel, cross multiply and write. So silver, the symbol is Ag, valency of silver is 1. I've given you the list of different atoms which have valency 1, valency 2, valency 3. So you have to study that list. Okay, so silver valency 1, bromide valency 1. So after you cross multiply, you will get AgBr. Okay. Similarly, we come to the second compound, that's calcium sulfide. So calcium is Ca, valency of calcium is 2. Sulfide is S, valency is 2. 2 ones are cancelled. So after you cross multiply, you get CaS. Now here you just interchange the ions. So silver, so Ag, valency 1. Sulfide, S, valency 2. So after you cross multiply, you get Ag2S plus calcium is Ca, valency 2, bromide is Br, valency 1. So after you cross multiply, you will get CaBr2. Now let us see if the equation is balanced. If you look this side, Ag, that's silver, there's only one atom. There's no number, so it means 1. And here there are 2 of silver. So to balance it, you write 2 here. But when you write 2 here, Br also gets 2. Here Br is 2. Calcium, there is 1 here, 1 calcium here, 1 sulfide here, 1 sulfide here. Okay, so this equation is now balanced. Now we come to the next one, the sixth one. Now we come to the sixth one, calcium hydroxide plus sodium carbonate. So similarly, calcium is positive, hydroxide is negative, sodium is positive, carbonate is negative. So calcium, which is positive with the negative of this, so it will give you calcium carbonate, and sodium with hydroxide. So you must always write the positive ion first, okay, and then the negative ion. Now let us start writing the equation. So calcium is Ca, valency of calcium is 2, hydroxide is OH, valency of hydroxide is 1. So after you cross multiply, you get Ca. Now you have to put OH in the bracket and then write 2, because you are multiplying this whole OH by 2. You cannot write OH2 without a bracket, because if you write it without a bracket, the 2 is only meant for hydrogen. Here you are multiplying this whole OH by 2. So you have to put OH in the bracket. Plus Sodium is Na, valency is 1. Carbonate is CO3, valency of carbonate is 2. So after you cross multiply, you get Na2CO3 and multiply by 1, so you don't have to put it in the bracket. Gives Ca, valency 2. Carbonate is CO3, so valency is 2. 2 ones are cancels, so you get CaCO3 plus sodium is Na, valency is 1. Hydroxide is OH, valency is 1. So after you cross multiply, you get NaOH. Now let us balance this equation. Ca, there is 1 here. Here also there is 1 Ca, so Ca is balanced. OH, there are 2. Here there is only 1 OH. So to make it 2, you write 2 here. But when you write 2 here, sodium gets 2. Here sodium is already 2. So sodium is also balanced. And CO3 1 here and there is 1 CO3 here. So the equation is now balanced. Okay. Now we will do the next one, the 7th equation. Now we come to the 7th one, ammonium chloride plus aluminium hydroxide. Now what do we get for this? Again, ammonium is positive, chloride is negative, aluminium is positive, hydroxide is negative. So ammonium with hydroxide will give you ammonium hydroxide. And aluminium with chloride will give you aluminium chloride. Now please note that the positive ion is always written first. Okay. Now let us start writing the equation. So ammonium is NH4, valency is 1. Chloride is Cl, valency is 1. So after you cross multiply, you get NH4Cl. So when it is 1, you don't have to put it in the bracket. Okay. Plus aluminium, so Al, valency is 3. Hydroxide is OH, valency is 1. So after you cross multiply, you get Al. Now you put OH in the bracket and write 3 because you are multiplying this whole OH by 3. If it was 1, it didn't matter. But when it is 2, 3, then you have to put it in the bracket. Gives, now you interchange them. So ammonium, that's NH4, 1. Hydroxide OH1, you get NH4OH. So since it is 1, you don't even have to put it in the bracket. Plus aluminium 3, valency of aluminium is 3. Chloride is 1. So after you cross multiply, you get AlCl3. Now let us balance this equation. You have one NH4 this side, you have one NH4 this side. So NH4 is balanced. You have one Cl here and here you have 3 Cls. So you have to make this 3. So to make this 3, you cannot write 3 here, but you write 3 in front of the compound. When you write 3 here, NH4 gets 3. So to make this NH4 3, you write 3 here. When you write 3 here, OH gets 3. So here OH is already 3. Now let's recheck. 3 of NH4, 3 of NH4, they equal. 3 of Cl, 3 of Cl, here they are equal. 1 Al here, 1 Al here, and 3 OHs, here there are 3 OHs. Is that clear? So, this is how you write chemical equations. So, just remember that in a chemical equation, when the compound is given, you write the molecular formula by just writing the symbols. Then you write the valencies. If anything cancels, you cancel. Okay, like this. Then you cross multiply and you write. Once you write the whole equation, make sure that the equation is balanced. Have you followed this? Okay.